Sri Matre Namaha, Sri Rama Raksha, Sarva Jagat Raksha. Before getting into the topic, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you motivate us in bringing out the sacred content to you all. I'm offering a paid consultation or guidance service through email. If you want to avail it, you can mail me at vibehirites@gmail.com. So if you have any queries, anything related to your ascension journey, spiritual journey, activations, identity of consciousness, or anything if you want to ask me regarding the ascension, you're most welcome. You can mail me, right? So I have been making a series of videos on Rishi identity of consciousness. I've already made 2 videos and uploaded them. If you did not listen to them, go listen to them, because this is very, very important for those of them who are going through this process, or who are about to go through this process, or who will go through this process in future. So in my previous videos, if you have been listening to that, I've already told you so many clues and hints, okay? And in that I've told you about the initiations, activations, and integrations, right? So in my first part, I've talked everything about how a Rishi identity of consciousness happens, how actually a soul reaches to that level, okay, first of all. And then I've talked about in my second video about the activations, what all will happen, and what is the confirmation that you are going through the Rishi identity of consciousness and the activations of it, right? Now here in this video, we are going to talk about the integration. So in the integration process, integration itself is like an embodiment and also doing your purpose. So when you integrate and embody the Rishi identity of consciousness, then your purpose will start. It's like you will now know what you have to do on earth, and you will know your purpose. You will know. You will not know everything in one night. Don't expect that. But slowly, you will understand. You will embody that. The more you embody your light, the more you embody that identity of consciousness, slowly what happens is you will start to realize yourself. You will go through like self-realization process. You will know everything about yourself. Till this point, if you are someone who have reached till here, then you will know most of the things about yourself from most of the lifetime. So you will know your entire story from the beginning point of your soul started, okay, your journey from the beginning point of your journey till now, where whatever it is, wherever you were, most of the things you will know, most of the things you will already know. So it is also like a sign. So all my everything which I'm saying in this videos, or in this series of Rishi identity of consciousness, every point is important. So if you are connecting with all these points, if you're connecting to the most of the things which I am saying here in this series, then it is most probably like you are also going through the same thing. You are also going through the Rishi identity of consciousness. You are also activating the Rishi. You are also one of the solar Rishi and Rishikas, or rishireisha. So congratulations on that. It's very, very damn difficult to reach till here, but you have made it, you have done it. So I want to congratulate on that you are now a Rishi, solar Rishi, Rishika, or rishireisha. Okay, so till this point, you will know most of the things about yourself. You will know most of your lifetimes, most of your incarnations. You will know many things about yourself. You will know like which lineage you're connected to. You will know like if you have like a gurus, and you will know who is your guru, or if you have been a guru in previous lifetimes or past lifetimes. If you have been an ascension teacher in previous lifetimes, you will know about that also. You will literally know your entire story like a movie. Like you will know like what you have done in your previous lifetime, that, and what teachings you have gave in your previous lifetime, if you have been an ascension teacher. Or because if you are now in this incarnation, if you are probably a Rishi identity of consciousness, it means that in your previous incarnations also maybe you are a Rishi identity of consciousness. In my first video, I've told you that I've gave you the example of harmonic universe 3 and 4, right? So if somebody have already reached the harmonic universe 3, then in this lifetime it will be very easier for them to reach the harmonic universe 3 again, right? So somebody can be of a potential of the ascended master identity of consciousness, and they don't know that, right? So if they are of a potential of the ascended master identity of consciousness, and if they do carry the DNA template of ascended master identity of consciousness, then it means that they have been rishis in the previous lifetimes also, right? If you want to understand this more clearly, you can watch my first video on Rishi in the series of Rishi identity of consciousness. In that, with that example in detail, I've explained you. By that you will understand what I'm talking very clearly, okay? So if you are having that potential, or if you are having that DNA template of ascended master identity of consciousness, then it means that you have already been the rishi in the previous lifetime, and you will know that okay, when you were rishi, that rishi in that previous lifetime, you have already been teaching about some things, okay, some concepts, okay. Every rishi is different. So every rishi is like they have a particular subject, they are a specialist in particular subject, a particular topic. For example, let's take a common example of every time I take, okay, if you're a doctor and if you're a specialist, okay, there are so many specialists, right? So if you are an MBBS doctor and after that you have done a PG, and then it's like a PG is like a rishi thing, okay. If you're an MBBS doctor and you graduate from MBBS, that's like your 12 dimensions of consciousness, your 12 tree grid, and your 12 tree, all the dimensions and avatar identity of consciousness, all these comes under the graduation level, okay. So after this, if you are again you're going to further activations, means then it comes a PG level, okay. You are doing a post graduation. So here it's like I have one funny thing I will share with you all, that when I've been crossing through this process, I got like a message that I've been graduated. So I was not understanding what is this, okay. I thought that okay, something is going on, it maybe they are talking about my MBBS graduation, or maybe I'm seeing my past that I've been graduated has an MBBS, right? Has a doctor of medicine, like that. Okay, I just saw 555. So I saw, I thought that it's like that. They maybe I just in dream or meditation, I'm just seeing my own life or past, just showing that. But it's not. It was not that. Okay, it was like it's literally showing my spiritual journey. It's literally showing my awakening journey. That now I've been graduated. I'm not graduated soul. Okay, now I've been a graduated soul, and most of the souls who are graduated, okay, to reach till this graduation, it's their choice. Like they can continue their further awakening process in the maybe in the other realms, or they can, they already graduated from the earth school. So if they don't have any work here, they can like exit the earth, and or there's so many things like that. Okay, I have already made one video about the exit points, right? I have experienced that also. If you did not listen to that, go listen to the exit point. Okay, after my graduation thing and my graduation ceremony in the ascension journey, not the real graduation of the MBBS, which I've understood later. Okay, in that process, what will happen is then comes the next stage is the exit point thing comes. Okay, there you will be shown. Okay, if you want to like you are now, you are graduated, you are done with the lessons, most of the things you watch, whatever you have to do, and do you want to exit, or do you want to continue further? Or it's like sometimes some people, they don't have a choice. Okay, some people, they come with the contract of they will do these things on the earth when they incarnate. For example, if they, I've told you a few seconds back, a few minutes back, that if you have been a rishi in the previous lifetimes, or if you have been being an ascension teacher, if you have already been an ascension teacher in the previous lifetimes, or if you have done a lot of soul purpose in the previous lifetime, so you're already experienced soul, right? You have already experienced, you already know what to do and how to do and all these processes. So you're an experienced person. So what divine will do is they will bring on that those experienced persons or experienced souls during the time of the during severe transformations of the earth, during the time of the frequency changes, or severe or serious frequency changes of the earth. If there is lot of transformation which has to happen on the earth, then the divine will send these kind of souls who have already done the mission and purpose, and then again they come with some kind of a contracts where they have to do a certain kind of a purpose. Okay, so these kind of souls, even after the graduation, they cannot like choose the exit point. They still have to do some purpose and some work, and they maybe they themselves, before the incarnation, it's already decided for them that they will do much more things on the earth. They will be of a service to humanity, because they cannot see the sufferings of the humanity, and they want to bring some kind of a change onto the earth. So these souls, they will like, they just don't be like oh, you are graduated now, tata bye bye to earth school. They won't be like that. For them, it's like they have like a huge kind of a purposes. They have so much of purpose that they have to, even after the graduation, they still want to continue their like a PG, post graduation studies, right? So some people, they just don't stop till MBBS, right? They want to do now post graduation also, so that they can be a specialized in certain thing, and then they can serve the humanity when they are as a doctor in the 3D, right? Same thing here also. So when you are in the when you're graduated, one part of the ascension process for you is done. Okay, so now you are at the larger level, and now you have more responsibilities on your shoulder. So once you're graduated, it's not like not something to take it lightly. So you are on a watch, like as soon as you begin your ascension journey, you will you are like on continuous surveillance, okay, 24 hour surveillance, CCTV camera. So everything you're doing, everything divine is observing. So what you are doing, even if you are acting in front of others, and but you internally something else is going on, divine will see everything. And so every step of your way will be a test. So you have to be like a pure soul, and inside and out, like a very transparent soul, and you have to take and choose everything from unconditional love. And if you are like a divine will test everything. If you are somebody talking very lovingly and wantedly, you are just forcing yourself to help others, but you really don't want to help others, it's inside something else is going on. All these things will divine will recognize, and according to what you are, divine knows everything. Divine is residing in your soul. According to your how your soul is maturing, based on that you will be given the exams, or you will be passed in the test. Okay, so remember that you have to purify yourself a lot in this process. If you are still having some kind of densities within you, then you have to purify yourself a lot till the point to become like a more divine, like divine conscious. Divine quotient within you will increase. Till that point, it will, for so many lifetimes you will go through purification process only. So when you reach to the stage where divine quotient within you will increase, and you genuinely want to you are genuinely acting like a divine person. You are not just acting, you are not pretending that you are a divine feminine or a masculine, but you are not showing off. You are not just saying that you are a divine masculine or a feminine. You are embodying it. You are in every act of your way, it is embodying all that divineness is everybody else can see that within you. All the divineness can be visible from within you, and it is transmitting, and it is spreading out in your surroundings and everywhere. Whatever you're walking, whatever you're talking, whatever your the way your conversation is, the way you're embodying things, the way you're performing is any kind of action. Okay, everything is like a divineness. So that divineness shows off around you, and people can recognize that also, and people can notice that there is some kind of divineness within you. You are not just pretending, you are just embodying that. So pretending something that you are a divine feminine and masculine, that is a different thing, and embodying and becoming the real divine masculine and feminine is a different thing. So when you become the real divine masculine and feminine, that's when you move forward in your ascension journey. Pretending doesn't take you anywhere. It's just for namesake, and getting the attention, or so many videos to make on YouTube that you are a twin flame or a divine masculine or feminine. It's just for that sake, just for 3D sake. But if you really want to progress, and if you really want to continue in your ascension process, you have to become that. You have to embody that. You really have to become divine, rather than showing off or telling that you are a divine. Okay, you have to become divine. How the qualities of divine are, they are unconditional love, light. Not everybody can become complete unconditional, but at least up to some percentage you have to have those changes, and you have to have those divine qualities within you, that helping nature, that protecting others, or embodying that light, and spreading that light and love everywhere. So all these qualities should be there within you, not just for saying. Okay, so this is what happens. This is what becoming a divine feminine and a masculine really is. So when you so when you do all these things, what will happen is you are now you have learned so many things already onto the earth, and you are graduated. And then I literally I I've shown that I'm graduated now, right? When I was going through my process of everything about these other levels of till harmonic universe 4, I have been when I completed my harmonic universe 4, I've been shown that now I'm graduated, right? And after that comes the exit point, and before that comes the 12 tree grid of light, and you have to activate that also, 12 tree grid of light. And that 12 tree grid of light, you are not going to do that in the avatar one, you are going to do that in the rishi one, because as I told you, some activations will be after there will be initiations, activations, and integrations. So when you are integrating the avatar, then you will be activating the entire 12 tree grid of life and all those things in the rishi. So there are some activations which are up and down. So one activations of the previous integration of the below level, below dimension will take place, and then the some initiations of the above one will take place, and some activations of the present will take place. It will like a cyclic process. Okay, so you don't have to worry about those activations. When you are in your right path, these activations and all these things will happen naturally to you. You don't have to sit and wait, okay, this should happen, that should happen. No, don't do that. Just flow with the process. Whatever is happening with you, embody that, activate that, and understand that, integrate that. That's more than enough, that's more than sufficient. And also help others in knowing if somebody is coming for help to you, just help others, because this process is very, very difficult and a critical process. Not everybody can understand it. If somebody is in your density, or somebody is your soul family, and they're asking for help to you, you can tell them what all you have experienced, and you can help them in a way, so that they can they can understand the process. And you can also share these kind of videos where people will understand what is happening with them, because sometimes if they don't understand what is happening with them, they can really panic. Okay, so if we want to lessen the panic frequency, or lessen the panic kind of a situation, or the emotions associated with it, or densities associated with it on earth, the best thing is to share the wisdom and knowledge to those people also, so that they will be less frightened. Because whenever the wisdom comes, the panic or the fear reduces. The way to kill the fear is to have that wisdom. Okay, so wisdom is the portal to pierce that fear. Okay, so if you want to cross the portal of fear, then use wisdom. Wisdom is the key to that fear portal. So this idea also, this biggest secret also I've gave you. So whenever you have knowledge, you will not anymore have fear. For example, if you are in your own Kundalini journey, in the starting stages, you don't know what is Kundalini awakening journey, and you're very much frightened, and you are like going through a lot, like a hell, and you don't know the process, and that's why you're very fearful, you're very scared, you are very panicking, you are having all kind of anxiety issues, and you are literally like feeling very fearful, okay, during that time. But when after some years later, when you understand that okay, this is something called as Kundalini awakening, and you are in the awakening journey, and when this knowledge comes, when this wisdom comes, then the fear goes off. Then you don't have any kind of a panic, and then you don't have any kind of a fear, and you will understand that you are going through some kind of process, awakening process, and that's why all those things which happened with you, right? So that's why whenever the knowledge and wisdom comes, then there will be a no place for any kind of a panic or fear. So share these videos, share this channel with everybody else, all the spiritual family with whom you know, because it's very much needed. This kind of information and knowledge is very much needed in our present situation, because more people are awakened, more knowledge they have, the more they will be embodying light, and the more they will be vibrating in a high vibration. That's why vibe high. Okay, so you can share all my shorts and videos and whatever is necessary for whomever it is who are going through the awakening process. You can share these videos. Okay, so now here, when you go into the PG level, when you go into the post graduation level, you will slowly what most things will happen with you, your previous things, whatever you were doing, all those things will go off, and whatever is needed for your purpose, okay, whatever is needed for you on the earth, only those things will remain. In the Kundalini awakening journey, we already know that most things you will already leave. Maybe it's people, or your career, or job, all those things you will leave. Okay, one by one you have to let go of so many things, right? So here also in the Rishi identity of consciousness, now you are like in a PG level. PG means now more serious and more responsibility and more dedication towards what you are doing, and you have to report to your higher authority, which is directly divine, right? So ascended master is like a mostly like it's like a direct divineness, right? So you have to report to your ascended master identity of consciousness. I have to mention this also, like whenever you are in a one particular identity of consciousness, the consciousness which is above you, that will be looking after you. For example, when you are in the 3D self, there'll be a higher self, so that higher self will be looking at you. And I made one video about the higher self. Okay, in that I've clearly explained about this concept, and if you did not listen to that, go listen to that. In that what I've told you, like when you are in one level of consciousness, the higher self of the next level of consciousness will become the higher self. For example, if you are in the avatar self of the consciousness, and your higher self will be Rishi identity of consciousness, and now you will receive the information from that higher self, which is Rishi identity of consciousness. Well, and for example, if you are incarnate identity and the next level is oversoul identity of consciousness, so your higher self will become the oversoul identity of consciousness. You will receive all downloads and information and whatever which is required from you for you from your oversoul. Okay, so one level above your level of consciousness, you will receive the information and energy and light and everything from the level of consciousness which is above you. That will become your higher self. So if you want, you can listen to my higher self video in detail, which I have made about for you. In that, I've cleared all the doubts and I've explored and explained it very detailedly in that video. You can check that video out. Okay, you will not have any doubts. So here now, if Rishi identity of consciousness means your higher self will be ascended master level of high consciousness. So here now you have to report to your boss your ascended master level of consciousness and also the source consciousness. Above your ascended master will be the source consciousness, right? So directly source consciousness. So now you have to report to these two energies, and the things which you are doing from here will be like a more, you will have feel like you are more responsible person now you are mature person now, you are already graduated person now, so you have to also deal the things in that way. And I thought like when we enter into Rishi, first I thought okay, things will be very much easier and very nice minds, happy, you just don't have to do so many things and you just have to teach and do your purpose and that's it, etc. I've thought like that, but no, I thought in the till the like a graduation level, with what all homework we did, what all inner work we did, maybe it's still only graduation level. In Rishi we can chill like that, I thought, but I was wrong, because when you reach to the Rishi, what will happen is every level of consciousness, you will have the things more extra, but the only thing which is your for your advantage is you now know you have the capacity and capability to do those tasks. Okay, all the things will be same only. Here also you're like, it's not like fun and chill and you just have to give jnana to everybody. It's not just that. Okay, everything will happen with you, whatever which you have been doing. You have to do your homework also, you have to give your tests also. All these things will happen even in the Rishi identity of consciousness, but then your capacity to do those things will also increase, because your experience is also increasing, your knowledge is also increasing. Now you are more now you are more like a person who can handle more things. Okay, somebody who is in a higher position, they will handle more things than the like that. You might think that okay, somebody is a boss to some company, so you might think that boss doesn't do everything and all the things the other people who are working under the boss, they will do, right? So but it's not like that. Boss will work more harder, he have to make more difficult decisions, he have to do more difficult conversations with all other people, he have to represent their company, so he will also have a lot of work. Okay, like that. So same thing here also in Rishi identity of consciousness also, you have everything to deal with, but then the thing only the advantage for you is you will have now a better you will perform better, you will act better, you will have the knowledge betterly, you will be an experienced person, so you will easily can handle many things much betterly when compared to the other level of consciousness which were like avatar and whatever which were like in the below, like harmonic universe 4 and all those things, right? So this is like all about this what will happen during the Rishi. And then one more thing is I have told you like initiations and activations, so these all part about activations I've covered. I think most of the things I've told about the activations, and if I feel that there is anything more which I have to tell, I'll tell you. And during my Rishi identity of consciousness, there is one a thing which I was receiving was Gobbliki TP. So this Gobbliki TP was I was receiving a lot of information about the Gobbliki TP and everything about it, and so many things about it. And even I have like I tried to understand what was all of it, and there are some personal activations which you will understand if you are a Rishi identity of consciousness. Only you will go through those activations, not other people. So there are some activations which wantedly I'm skipping because it's not meant to be spoken on YouTube, so I'm not sharing about that. So those things only Rishi will go through. They will not like the other people will not go through these things. So it is very, so those are the things which will distinguish somebody from a real Rishi to a fake Rishi, or somebody who is like trying to steal the rishi identity of consciousness. So somebody who is trying to mess up with this kind of a consciousness is somebody who is trying to portray, or in the previous timelines they were clones, okay, the clone identities. And these clone identities, what these people used to do is they used to clone the different avatars and rishis, and they used to do all the mess kind of a thing. So now here in this timeline and in this yuga, we are more protected and we are more secured, and divine has made sure that these people who are like these energies actually who are like a cloning and doing all sorts of things, they'll be given a strict punishment. So nobody can mess up with the divine ascension journey now, because it's all protected and it's all sealed and it's all locked, okay. So nobody can, they have developed this mechanism like that. The divine has developed this mechanism like that, the ascension journey like that, because in my previous video I've told you that in previous generations rishis were different, and now this generation rishis are, I mean yuga, I meant to say yuga, okay. In the previous yugas the rishis were different, and now in this yuga rishis are different, because we come with some kind of modifications for which are needed for this kind of a yuga and this kind of a energy and this kind of ascension. So based on this kind of ascension, and everything is sealed, and now those of them who are trying to clone or steal or the energy and trying to mess up with any kind of ascension process and activations of these higher beings, or people who are carrying the higher DNA template, they will be strictly punished. They are not bad anymore. Divine will not tolerate the nonsense anymore. So they will be given a strict punishment, those of them who are trying to do all these things. So that's one thing. So they have to be like it's better for them to not do any such kind of a mess, because they will be under like a serious and strict action from the divine, because these people who are there, who are carrying the higher DNA template, they are strictly protected and guarded. So nothing can mess up with them, and if something is trying to mess up with them, it will be harmful for them only. Very they'll be in a very kind of a dangerous situations, okay. So it's better not to mess up with these kind of consciousness and these kind of people, because they are extremely protected by the divine. So the divine has made sure that these people are like safe, secure and protected, so that no kind of a previous mess of the previous timelines doesn't repeat again. So divine has made sure this. So divine doesn't want any kind of a nonsense, because now we are in a critical point of serious ascension journey which has to happen on the earth. So these are the changes which divine has made, and modifications divine has made, divine forces or our guardian teams have made in with regard to our ascension journey. So now here the initiation thing, the initiation, this is all about the activation part. I've completed the activation part, right? So if there are any other things which and yeah, the personal activations, I told you only these personal activations will only these rishi people, they will go through the personal activations. The other people doesn't go through, and when they go through these personal activations, which will help them identify that they are rishi identity of consciousness, or the activations, the specific activations which will happen in the rishi identity of consciousness, they will know. Till this point they will know that now, yeah, these are rishi identity of activations, right? So in the previous times or previous consciousness, you don't know what is happening with you. You will have some kind of idea, but till you reach this point, you are already PG, right? So now you know most of the things. Now you know which kind of activation is going on with you. Now you know what you are. Now you know what kind of activation is this. Now you know everything about yourself. Now you'll have now you are given that knowledge that okay, you are going through this kind of activations, and that is specific for you only, okay. So this is some kind of a things which I cannot reveal everything, but yeah, most of the things which I have to say, I've said you already. So these things they will know that if somebody is reaching till this point, they will know okay, this is what is happening with them, and this is the activation is which is what happening with them, which is for the rishi identity of consciousness, okay. They will understand it very clearly. I don't have to say on the YouTube. So they will know themselves that okay, this activation is happening with them because means they are rishis. So other people, they cannot clone them, or other people, they cannot copy them. For all those purposes, divine, like I have made a strict rule that nothing can mess up with these beings, or the rishik beings or rishika beings, okay. So these are the things, okay. Only those people who are coming to, nobody can copy them, nobody can claim that they are like rishis and rishas. Like all those people, like most of the people, they are like, for claiming to be rishi rishas, most of the people, they are like fake, okay. They are like they just say something and they just just for name saying sake they will say, okay. But the real rishireisha, they will have a separate rishireisha, real activations and real DNA template and all these things they will have. Okay, so some people, they don't even have the DNA template, but they pretend to be something. So don't fall for all these things, okay. Whatever you will, till this point, you will be able to recognize yourself very nicely. That is the first and foremost quality of a rishi, because rishi means what? Knowledge. You will have the knowledge of everything which is happening with you. That is the first identification that you are going through a rishi identity of consciousness. So this is all about the activation part. Now let's talk about the initiation part. After that, I will talk about the integration part, because in the initiation part previously I've told you some things, but there are some other things which I have to add here. So initiation here, these rishi beings, the rishic beings who are born as a rishi, with the rishi template, or who are embodying the rishi template, or who are going through the rishi identity of activations, now they will, most of them, they will like, they might not have a guru, because they're gurus themselves. They are like a teachers themselves. So that's why they don't have, they might not necessarily have a guru. They can have a guru, like they can have a physical guru or astral guru, or they can have some guru, they can belong to some guru lineage. All that is fine. I'm not saying no, it should not happen. It can be fine, it can happen. But mostly what will happen is, in the rishis themselves, if there is somebody who is carrying the rishi DNA template within them, they are gurus themselves, they are ascension teachers themselves. So they don't have the necessity, they don't have the need for a guru. Like, so for example, there's some souls who are like who need a guru, who need a guru, who need someone to take care of them, who need someone to guide them, and all these things for them to happen, right? So not everybody can get that urge. For example, I did not get any urge that in my entire ascension journey, I never got an urge that I should have a guru and all these things, because most people say, like, if you have a guru, your journey will be very easy, smooth, and nice. All those things are very true, actually. Truth, it's a truth. But most people will feel that also. I have myself personally seen that some people, they crave for a guru, they want a guru, because they feel that if they have a guru, then it will be very nice and smooth for them. So it's all good, okay, it's all good, and the thoughts are good. But for some people, they might not be a guru, because they might be a guru themselves, okay. So for some people, they might they might not ever think of a guru, that they might never get a craving that they need some kind of a guru or something, because they are themselves rich of consciousness, or they themselves the gurus or the ascension teachers in their previous lifetime. So they don't have the craving of to have a need for a guru, or to want a guru. They will not feel that craving or that need. They'll not feel that. They might like receive help from some previous, they will respect the guru concept, they will respect that, but they will not have need that they strictly or compulsorily they should have somebody who can be seeing over them, watching over them, somebody who can guide them. They will not have that kind of a cravings. So in my own journey, I did not like have that kind of a cravings, like I strictly want some kind of a guru and all these things. So most of the things I've done it myself. And but yeah, there are some other people like for help, like somewhere something on YouTube I will see, and from there I will get some kind of answer, or somewhere something, so I'll get some synchronicity, somewhere something I'll get some numbers, so, or somewhere something in dream I'll get something. So that is like some help I will also get. But then I did not have like a craving, like I need some kind of a guru and all these things, and I did not have. So these kind of a things, the rishi identity of consciousness, they will also go through that, because they might not feel a need, they might not have that need to be having a guru, because the biggest surprise and biggest thing for them is most of the initiations for them, they will happen automatically. They will get the initiations in the dreams and meditations, and they will already get the initiations directly from the divine. So they don't feel the necessity to have a guru. Like a divine is the guru, like directly, because I told you in my previous video, rishi is like a bridge to the humanity and the divine consciousness, rishi is like a one midpoint, a center point between the 3D self and 5D self or the divine self or the soul self or the Paramatma and Atma or the individual self or the divine self. So they are like a bridge. So they can directly connect with the source consciousness. Okay. So because it's not just one lifetime. I've told you that from so many lifetimes they have been doing so much hard work. So because of the fruit and fall of that hard work, they can now directly communicate and contact with the telecommunicate or with the divine, okay, directly. So they can have these kind of experiences, and there's so many people who get initiated directly from the divine. It's not just like a because they might have done so many things in the previous lifetimes only, so they will naturally, it doesn't have to be rishi only, they can also be some other people who are in the awakening journey. They can also go through some initiations directly from the divine, okay, from the source consciousness, from the shakti path, from the source consciousness, something like that. So they don't have to have a physical guru. And I don't believe in the shakti part and all these from the human guru, and I cannot ever never ever believe in that, because you don't know who is what, right? So I don't suggest that also, I don't believe in that also. So if you are like if you do your hard work, you will get the initiations automatically, which is the most natural way from the universe will arrange everything for you. You don't have to do, like, you just have to work hard on yourself, and you have to do your sadhanas and meditations, and the universe will take care of the other rest of the things. But if you are believing on some human guru or somebody who is doing all kind of a shakti part and all those things, then be very careful. Only that thing I can say to you. Other thing, rest is your wish, okay? So I am not saying that it's wrong. There can be some genuine people also, but mostly you don't know who is what, right? So people can look something else from surface, and from the beneath they can be something else. You don't know who is what. You don't know from where they are coming, what is their lineage, what is their how much they have been in their ascension journey. You cannot judge others, you cannot know anyone completely. Knowing yourself completely only is difficult, and it is taking so many lifetimes for you. How you will know about others, leave about others? Just knowing yourself only is taking so many lifetimes. See, so how can you know others? And but if you find somebody, and if you get some kind of a calling that you have to make somebody a guru, then go ahead. I'm not saying that it is wrong, but then I just tell you that you just be very careful on that part, okay? So these rishi beings, they are gurus themselves, and they get the initiations from the universe directly or the divine directly. So they don't have the urge to have a guru. Or yes, they can also, they might also in future find a guru, you never know. But then most of the things for them, it will be happening automatically. They will already receive so many things because of the previous lifetimes or the previous things which they have done already, okay? That is the continuation process, right? So that's why, or something, if they have done some sadhanas previously in previous lifetimes, that will all continue, and the divine or the divine being whom they are connected to in the previous lifetime, those divine beings, they will guide them in the present lifetime also. That is also one of the clue which I gave you. So now here, initiation part, now this is the complete thing about the initiations which I've told you. Now let's come to the integration part. Now I've told you in my previous first one, I have told you that I have already made a series on Rishi, but I had to delete that because at that time what happened with me was I was integrating it, but I thought, yeah, I was integrating, now I'm ready to say about it, but then I had to delete it completely because the integration part was very long, okay? So that's why I thought, okay, this is also like over, but this is also like integration part is also over, I thought like that. But later I understood that, okay, this is not over, it is like a very long process. It is also like taking a lot of time and lot of hard work and lot of so many other things. So I thought, okay, I have to also add some more things. Now I felt like something is missing. One thing was, I was feeling, for everything I'm feeling uncomfortable, because all these new things I always I'm seeing that all these new things I have to say, and nobody is saying it out. This is like some unknown thing, some new thing which I'm saying, and I'm feeling very self doubt on myself only. Should I do it or not? Every time I'm should I do it or not? Should I say it or not? Every time I'm like that, because it's all unknown, it's all new thing for me, and I'm in my surroundings that nobody is so saying like I have not seen anyone say all these kind of a things. So I was like, oh, whatever I'm saying, is it right or not? I myself was not sure of whatever I know or whatever I've experienced. So I was not sure of it. So because I was not sure, I thought that let's get some kind of a confirmation of my whatever I'm thinking and saying and understanding, and then let's just make a like a revision video again. Okay, so this is like a revision video. So at that time whatever I said was correct, but then I thought that this is not it. Something is missing. Okay, something is missing, and I have to it's okay, I'll just delete it and I have to re-revise the thing, because every time what I am understanding in my own ascension journey is we create and we destruct. Okay, Shakti creates and Shakti also destructs. So every time I'm embodying something new consciousness, some new identity of consciousness, I'm destructing my own videos which are not serving me anymore. Okay, so it's like I am the destructor, I am the maintainer, and I am the creator. So I am all three. So whenever I'm embodying some kind of a new consciousness, I always destruct whatever is not necessary for me. I let go of the things which are not necessary for me. Either it can be YouTube video or some WhatsApp chats or messages or some kind of a friendship or some kind of a person which is not needed for me anymore, or some kind of a beauty product which I use, anything, daily product, daily routine product which I use, some kind of clothes which I use, anything which are not needed for me anymore, I always destruct when I enter into new identity of consciousness. That's why I always, you might have heard me saying, I've deleted this video, I've deleted this video. Why I'm doing this? You might think, oh, why this girl always does that? If she wants to delete, why she's uploading? But the thing is, this is happening automatically. It's not like I'm doing it wantedly, but it happens automatically. So whenever I embody a new consciousness, or whenever I go through activations of certain consciousness and integration of certain consciousness, between activation and integration, I always get the downloads of making some kind of a video talking about some kind of a concept. Okay, so when I talk about that, when everybody listens and everything will happen, and then when I embody the new consciousness, so this new consciousness is not matching with the previous consciousness which I was. It's like a death and rebirth process which is happening with me. So whenever I'm reborning again, whenever rebirth process is happening within me again, I am destructing the old, and I'm not like connect with the previous consciousness which I was before. So it's like the complete death of that consciousness and the new birth. It's like I don't know the previous me which I was few years back. Now I'm a new person, a completely new person. Now what the person whom you are listening to is a completely new person, new consciousness, with the person who was before. Okay, who was before that. So whenever I go through this process of death and rebirth, when I reborn again into a new consciousness, when I embody new consciousness, I automatically saw that some things which are not necessary for me. So I naturally I get the download. Okay, this video I have uploaded, that video is not necessary anymore, I have to delete that. Okay, that's the reason why I delete that video. So it's like I create, I destruct, I maintain, I sustain. It's all me, it's all Shakti, it's all Adi Shakti. So like mother, like daughter. Okay, so whenever I don't need something, I just destruct that and I maintain and sustain what is there, and I create the new. So this is what Adi Shakti does, right? So this is what happens with me also. So whenever I embody something new, I just release the old, I destruct the old, because when you don't destruct, you cannot create the new. So every time in the multiverse, okay, I always also talk about more about the multiverse. This also I have observed in my own self, that I don't talk about like I'm like a multiversal being. Okay, rishis are also multiversal being. I'll tell you in a while how that happens and all in my next video. Okay, already video is 40 minutes long. Now in the next video we'll continue about the purpose integration part. We'll talk in the next video, and whatever multiverse concept, all these concepts I'll talk on in the next video. I'll explain about it in the next. So until then, if you need any consultation or guidance, you can mail me at ybhairais@gmail.com. Till then, take care, keep activating your DNA. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shri Ramaraksha Sarva Jagat Raksha Shri Mate Namaha.